Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Anya, and since Christmas is a month away, I wanted to film a Christmassy look. I'm doing a red monochromatic look today because I really wanted to use this red from the Hallberg Metallic Mysteries 2 palette. It's called Arcturus and it is gorgeous. I've already done my base, and if I look pale compared to my neck, it's just the lights. But what I am wearing is the Lancome Teint Idole foundation. I've done my brows with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Auburn. My concealer is Tarte Shape Tape. Anything else is also linked down below. But I wanted to play around with this red. I wore this for Christmas last year. I very much love it, and I might bring in this shade, which is Collision, which is this gorgeous glittery gold. The primer I'm using today is the Rimmel Magnif'eyes, just because it's the one I have handy. And then I'm just gonna pop some on my lid using my finger. And if I'm looking to the side here, it's because I have my screen there so that I can check that I am in frame and in focus. Then I'm going to go in with this red pencil. This is also from Hallberg. This is the Anger Mood Crayon. And I'm just gonna apply this to my lid, mainly just around the lash line, and I'm going to blend this out afterwards. And because this pencil sets down pretty fast and doesn't budge, I'm going to do one eye at a time. I'm then going into this gorgeous red. This is Arcturus from the Hallberg palette, and it has a really gorgeous blackened base, so it does look probably not as vibrant swatched on my hand, but it is absolutely gorgeous on the eyes. And you can easily do this look without the red liner. This shadow is very nice and pigmented on its own. And I'm just going to apply this with my finger. And I apply this all over the lid as well as into my crease. And I'm going to blend this in a second. And when this eyeshadow is then placed, I'm just grabbing a clean, fluffy brush. Mine is cut straight, but it's just because this is the only one that's clean. You can use any brush to blend this. And I'm going to blend the edge. And as you can see, the edge isn't perfect. I'm then going to use this brush, dip into the eyeshadow, and apply a little bit more and a little bit higher. I like to go above my crease because I have quite a lot of space under the brow. So I like to fill some of that space with my lid shade. I also like to essentially take it inside here. So on the above the inner part of my crease there, I am going to brighten the inner corner with a highlight when this red shade is down. But I quite like this to be a little bit dramatic, so I kind of blow it out in all directions. And what I do is I just wipe a tiny bit off that brush, and then I go back in and diffuse the edge. Like that. And I'm just going to do the same to the other eye. Now my eyes are not the same. The outer corner on this one is a little bit lower than on this eye. A lot of faces aren't symmetrical, mine is not. So what I just do is I try to make the shape of the eyeshadow look the same, even though the shape of my eyes isn't necessarily the same. I think this eye is also smaller. So the shapes of both eyes, they look a little bit different. This one looks a bit more messy than this one, and that's just because this eye normally never wants to blend properly. It's a mess. But I'm going to take the same shade on this brush now onto my lower lash line, and my under eyes are set with powder. I didn't do that to my lid and I kind of regret doing that, but my under eyes are completely set and not sticky, and I find that that makes it easier to blend. And the reason I'm applying it with the brush first on the lower lash line is so that I can get that blended edge right away, because I find it harder to go in with the product first and then blend on the lower lash line because I have a lot less space there. On the lid, that's how I like to do these one shadow looks, but on the lower lash line I apply and blend first. Now I like bringing shadow on my bottom lash line kind of low because it masks the wrinkles and lines I have there. But I also just connect the top and bottom lash line in the outer corner. Another tool that is one I don't really hear a lot about when it comes to blending eyeshadows is your fingers. When I'm done, I always take my finger around the edge just to make sure that it is pretty much as soft as I can get that. What I'm going to do now is back in with my finger into the Arcturus shade, and I'm just going to reapply over the lid in case we lost some of that intensity and shimmer when we were blending. And I'm going to also take this into the crease and almost entirely up to the edge where we blended it, so I want this shadow to really be everywhere and to be as gorgeous and intense as I can get them. And if you accidentally misplace it a little bit high, just go in with your finger and it is not a problem anymore. What I'm also doing, I'm using my pinky to just layer some of the product onto the lower lash line to really make that pop as well. What I'm then going to do is put the Anger Mood crayon on my waterline and put on some mascara. I can't do that on camera because I end up bobbing in and out of frame, but I will see you when that is on. So mascara and liner is on. I'm then going to go into Collision, which is this absolutely stunning glittery gold gorgeousness. And I'm going to put that on my brow bone and inner corner. And I'm going to just use my finger for the brow bone and then go in with a brush afterwards. I then have this teeny tiny brush that I'm just gonna go over with and essentially just smooth out the edges. I'm going to grab Collision on my tiny brush and put that on my inner corners. And apparently the dog also wants to wear makeup today. I'm putting that pretty much anywhere in my inner corner. And let me zoom you out so we can do the cheeks and the lips. So for my cheeks, I'm going to go into the Colourpop Disney Villains Super Shock Highlighter, and this is Cruella de Vil shade. And the reason I want to use this is because this has a, what at least looks to me like to be a slight red shine to it, although it probably will end up looking more peachy. But we're going to use this one today. I'm just going to apply this with my finger. I have a slight contour on, and that's my Charlotte Tilbury Filmstar Bronze and Glow because it's my perfect contour colour. I really like how glossy and glowy that is. Up close I can see the slight like red peachy shift to it. I'm not sure if it's picking up that well on camera. So I'm going to put a tiny bit of this just down the bridge of my nose and on my chin. And those are really the only areas that I highlight. I don't tend to do my Cupid's bow because lipstick tends to cover that up. And then for lips, I'm just going to go straight in with a red lipstick. This is a Loreal one in Blake's Pure Red. It's a nice blue toned red. And the puppy's on the move. I guess she didn't want to be in my lap. But I'm just going to put this all over the lips. Probably the messiest red lip application I've done in a while, but my lips are uneven. I have to overline on one side, but I ended up going a little bit too far, so I'm just going to use my fingers to soften and blur the edge. So when I have blurred the edges and fixed the lip line and everything, I tend to rub my lips together a lot when doing that because I find that that helps even them out. I just go back over with a tiny bit more lipstick, and that is where I'm at today. I am going to put a tiny bit of something on my nose because looking at the screen it looks a bit weird and pale, so I'm going to take a tiny bit of the contour powder and just dust on either side and a little bit at the bottom. Much better. Do I need blush? I normally feel quite naked without blush, but I honestly don't think this look really needs it, so I'm not going to add anything. So that is my monochromatic red look finished. I really enjoyed it and I hope you liked the video. If you tried the Metallic Mysteries palette from Linda Hallberg, what do you think about it? This is honestly one of my favourite eyeshadow formulations that I've tried and one of my favourite palettes. I just love the colours. Both of the red and the green has this awesome almost blackened base that gives them so much dimension, along with having that incredible shimmer. And Collision, which is the gold that I used on the brow bone and in the inner corner, is such a gorgeous glittery gold. And Epsilon, which is the brown, is stunning. So I absolutely adore this palette so much. And I definitely think I'm going to pick up more of the Metallic Mysteries palettes if she comes out with them, because they are just amazing. But I hope you enjoyed the video and I will see you again soon, hopefully. Bye!